This is mental. So the bones of Jesus Christ have been found in Israel. This is unbelievable. It's on every news channel, and they were found in the most unusual of places. Construction workers came across a tomb just a few miles from Bethlehem in a small village called Hebron. And when they opened it up, what they discovered blew their minds. What they saw was a sight that has now changed history. Apparently pictures are going to be published all over the BBC tomorrow at 7 a.m. But I've seen interviews on Israeli news. One of the guys who found it said once they cracked open the preserved sarcophagus, the smell was sweet like lacquer, and the body was so well preserved, and it was clearly Jesus with the white robe and the long hair, beard, but his skin was black and he had the features of an African man. So I guess the theory that Jesus was black is true. And there was something else inside that coffin that was completely unexpected, which I'll discuss in a second. As you can imagine, every man and his dog across the globe wanted to be in on this discovery. But the main question was, how do we know that this is Jesus? And how can we prove it? So they contacted the world's top anthropologist, Professor Alice Roberts, who is a professor of public engagement in science at the University of Birmingham in the UK. She gathered a team including Israeli scientists to take a sample of bone marrow, if there was any present, extract the DNA from it, and that will tell us a whole story of the man in the box. His age, ethnicity, diet, a whole list of fascinating things. So when the results came back, they found that he was of African descent, most likely North Africa, modern day Morocco. He was approximately 30 years of age, but that's all they had at that time. How could they test and prove that it was Jesus without cross-referencing a known relative? Now this is where the story gets pretty exciting, because what the team then had to do was find the world's experts in genealogy. Now, we know from the book of Gospels that Jesus had siblings, James, Judas, Joseph and Simon, as well as a lesser known fact that it's proven that he was a descendant of King Charles I, and we have recorded family trees of King Charles that bring us back to the British royal family, aka Henry VIII as well. And that's where the second sample was taken from, a hair belonging to Henry, taken from a lock that's displayed at the British Museum. The team had to wait 9 agonising months for the results to come back. But when they did, jackpot. This bloodline, once thought to be lost, opened doors to understanding the diverse cultural heritage of one of history's most significant figures, Jesus Christ, for God's sake. And scholars began to explore what this meant for narratives surrounding Jesus and the early Christian church. As you can imagine, the news spread like wildfire. It's everywhere, even now, igniting debates across religious and academic communities. Documentaries and news reports surfacing everywhere, featuring discussions on the implications of Jesus' heritage. As you can imagine, some embraced the revelation as a means to unite diverse cultures, while others grappled with the challenge it posed to established beliefs. As the discovery continues to make headlines, an unthinkable question came up. Could cloning Jesus Christ be a possibility? Scientists suggested that with today's cloning technology, it might be possible to recreate the man. This idea sparked ethical debates. Should humanity attempt to bring back a figure that has shaped history? Or would such an endeavour lead to unforeseen consequences? And under normal circumstances, the talk of even cloning a human, especially Jesus, wouldn't even go any further than a fantasy in someone's mind. But this is Israel. They didn't agree with or sign the UN Declaration on Human Cloning in 2005, so they can pretty much do what the fuck ever they like, and they will. Ethicists and theologians joined in on the discussion, concerned about the morality of cloning a religious icon. Would cloning Jesus lead to a deeper understanding of his teachings? Or would it monetize his legacy? Public opinion is obviously divided, with a lot of people expressing concerns about the implications of playing God and the potential for misuse of that technology. As I mentioned earlier, within the sarcophagus there were a few items, such as there was a quill, some beads, food offerings and gold, but the most exciting and fascinating object in there, apart from Jesus, was a scroll that's still being deciphered and translated as we speak. But it's been leaked that what's been understood in this document so far challenges what has been written in the New Testament, thus what we all know about Christianity today. So this is going to change everything for every religion that has anything to do with the teachings of Jesus. In the end, the discovery of the preserved body of Jesus Christ has started a conversation that goes way beyond time and culture. It invites humanity to reflect on its past, reconsider its beliefs, and engage in a deeper understanding of what it means to be not just a Christian, but a human being. As the story unfolds, one thing is clear: the legacy of Jesus Christ will continue to inspire and challenge the world for generations to come. And all this happening right now is just supercharging it.